Hello all, this is Kasai here. Today we'll be doing a Dragoness makeup tutorial. Now you're going to want to start off with a clear face with absolutely no makeup at all. And today I'm starting with a primer from Australis, solely because this is very useful. Next you're going to use BB cream from Garnier. I'm just doing this lightly over my face to give myself less of a blemish and just to even out the colour of my skin. I'm using the tone Fair, solely because I'm white as hell. Now we're going to move to using this eyeshadow that is 24-hour colour tattoo, and it's in the colour Edgy Emerald. You're going to section off 3 parts, 2 under the cheekbones and 1 in your forehead. Now with this it's a very fine outline, so don't go too hard on the colour yet, and try to aim for almost a triangular kind of shape with what you're doing. Just a quick tip, make sure you try to blend it into your hairline. I know it's going to be harder to get out, but it just gives a stronger effect. And make sure you don't go too much over your eyelids. Now we're going to move to the eyelids. You're just going to be doing, like as I said, a draft of what you're going to be doing. Now the idea that I had for this was to go like almost cat like eye, so I've just gone basically with normal sort of eyeshadowing, and then I'll be drawing on the liquid eyeliner later, but I'm just bringing it down and pretty much putting it all over. Next I'm lining areas on my neck to bring the whole thing down, so you're doing it in the parts that deepen, so like where the thingies are and stuff. Now using a BYS white eyeliner, I'm just doing this to make my eyes seem a little bit bigger. Now we're using a highlighter from ELF. I'm just solely doing this to lighten some areas and to give some contrast. I am using this on my eyebrow bones because I found that it lightens the eyeshadow, and if you've gone too dark with the eyeshadow, that's a good way to just make it seem a little bit lighter and almost faded. Now I am just using a dark brown eyeshadow just inside my crease to give more of a 3D effect. You don't have to use much of this at all. I'm literally only using the tiniest amount, and it probably won't make very much of a difference at the very end. But I've just done this solely just to show as I am right now. Hey look, a cat! Meow meow meow, you're so cute, yes you are. Anyway, back to this. I'm just going over this again with the white eyeliner. I'm bringing it all the way to the middle, not the middle of my eyes, where your nose is, that thing. Yes, you're just bringing that down just to begin with the cat eye shape. Now, this part's a bit weird. I am putting a stocking on my head. This is to create a scale effect, and I am using the same emerald color as before, just using it on a stronger pigment. And yeah, you can do this all over the area that you lightly did beforehand. I did go over just to give a little bit more definition of the scales. Now I'm just repeating the process that I did on my forehead. You can use different colours if you wish. I forgot to tell you about that beforehand, but yeah, I'm just going over it a little bit with the brown eyeshadow that I used before, just to give a little bit of contrast with the cheekbones to the forehead. You don't have to do this, or you could use different colours if you wish. This particular eyeshadow didn't work too well, solely because it didn't have strong pigmentation, but it did change the dark green. Now I'm just darkening up my eyebrows. You don't have to do this, but I just thought it'd be a smart idea just to give more definition to my eyebrows. It does make it quite thick, but yeah. Now I'm just going to do a quick draft on how I want my eyeliner. I'm literally only using dots just so then I have quite an even and not lopsided eye, but that's the way I do it. You can do it whichever way that you feel fit. Now I'm just touching up certain areas, just darkening the green on my eyebrow bone and going lower down slowly. I will be doing more colour to it, so don't go too pigmented with it, although it does look like that I am going hardcore with the pigment. I swear I'm not. Now I'm going to be using an NYX Roll-On Glitter. I can't remember what colour this one is, but it's pretty damn green, and I'm just doing this all over the lid of my eye. I'm not going up to my eyebrow bone because I'll be using this one, the gold one. I'm pretty sure this one's just called Gold. It's also by NYX. Then you just blend it in and then you look fabulous. And remember to do touch-ups if they don't look as fabulous as you want them to. Yeah, look me down. Now I'll be repeating the process that I did from beforehand with the eyebrows and stuff. Just darkening it and making myself a little bit more glittery. I'm just using whichever colours that I want to use. You can use more of the green or you could use more of the gold. I only used the gold where my neck was. Now that I'm almost complete with that, I started doing the black eyeliner, bringing the inner part downwards to give the more cat-like effect. Now I'm repeating the process with the the legging things, just with the gold NYX, hopefully to make a similar pattern. It didn't really work too well. You'd have to use a different method if you wanted to use the gold. But, you know, I obviously didn't learn my lesson. I continue to do it, but it does add a little bit more of a shimmery effect to make you seem a little bit more magical, and that's why I continue to use it. I also tried to put on gems. I managed to forget majority of the time of how I had gems, but, you know, so I just used this palette of Literal Glitter and drew some on. If you have gems at home, the best way is to use eyelash glue and then glue them on. Now I've got a nail here and I'll be putting these nails on my face. I'll be painting it with like a bluish colour and then going over it with multiple other glitters, so then it matches what I've already done. Now you're meant to do this beforehand, but I obviously didn't, so while I was waiting for a lot of the nails to dry, I just went over it and did a few more touch-ups. I now decided that I just wanted a few extra parts of scales, so I'm kind of just lining areas that I might be using for my, what are they called? False nails. I only ended up using one of the areas, and I used the Revlon Precision Eyelash Glue. Do not use the nail glue because that will seriously damage your skin. The one issue that I had with putting these scales onto my face was that you had to hold it down for quite a long time, and they are not the most secure, so if you do have issues, that's normal. Now, while I wait for all my other nails to dry, because I'm a smart person, I decided to put on my false lashes. As you can tell, I didn't actually use very much eyeliner. because I usually have really thick eyelashes when I do these sort of things, so that usually makes up for it. Look how pretty I am. Now I'm using the 77 Asia for my lipstick. This is quite a basic colour, but then I am matching it with a gold colour eyeshadow. You don't really want to consume this, but it does give a very glittery effect, and I think it's a very good way of giving a subtle but very nice lips. Yeah. And now for the rest of my nails. I ended up using altogether 3 on my cheek and about 6 on my forehead. And there is a complete look. If you're wondering, I did have false nails on my lips. Do not do that. It's a bad idea. But yeah, if you like this video and want me to do more, then please do put a comment, like this video, and yeah. See you, my little embers.